I'm Steve, this is Stefan, we're from PUP, and you're watching Forever Loud.
Yesterday was great. Yeah, it was a really fun special show, playing our second record front to back, a bunch of songs that we don't ever play live, so yeah, it was magical. In this forest.
Here, certainly, yeah.
We have played forests before,
Yes,
but
yeah,
not like that.
I think there are some festivals that we've played in Canada, especially like kind of when we were like a small band. Not that we're a big band now, but when we were a much smaller band. That same sort of thing. It's always fun to do stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's been awesome playing here. We've been here, I don't know, 12 times.
Yeah,
so many times, and it's almost always been wonderful. There were a couple tours I would take back, but I would say most of them have been just so great. And you know, all of this is just so much beyond what our expectations for the band was. So it feels, you know, we thought we'd be a band that plays to 100 people in Toronto in a basement, and that's kind of like what it was. And so it's amazing for us to be able to go anywhere in the world and have people go off and sing the songs. It's even after 10, 12 years, it's like every night is a wonderful experience.
It's tiring. Our bodies don't recover in the same way, but that's okay. You know, it's one of those things where like I feel like the band has always been about saying yes to things that sound cool. And we're lucky that even 5 records in and this long into being a band, I guess, like that there are still these cool opportunities coming up, right? Whether that's the big shows we did with the Offspring or the festival stuff, or being able to do some of the smaller shows that we've been able to do on this tour as well. Like, yeah, I don't know, you know, it's nice that people still care. It's nice that people are still coming and shouting and singing, and I don't know, it's a pretty nice problem to have, I'd say.
Yeah, it took a year to make that music video. I want to be clear that our participation in it was about 8 hours worth. And then Sterling, the director, who's just an incredible artistic visionary, took it away and spent a year with 13 other artists and designers. And they handcrafted all 2,300 frames by hand, like physical medium, and then made a stop motion animation video out of it. And just the amount of work and effort and heart that went into it is just like, I think we all feel really, really lucky and really honored that Sterling chose our song for his video rather than we chose that video to be our music video. So it's just like, you know, in a world of AI everything, I just think like showing what humans can do with what artists can do with hard work is like really it's really impressive and
it affirms our beautiful body.
Yeah. You know what? I that's the thing is like, I feel like if you watch most like AI media on the surface, it passes over you. Same as regular art. It passes over you. Once you look a bit deeper than the surface layer, you start to uncover like the real beauty of art, and that's what that video did for me anyways.
I think it's mostly been fine.
Mostly.
There were a couple. Yeah. It's funny, you know, we when we were going back to learn like in advance of starting to do these shows, like to get ready for rehearsals, I had to go back to learn some stuff, and there were a few things that like I could not for the life of me recall what I was doing. Like my ears weren't working. There was something, and we worked with this company in Canada called Sheet Happens that does like transcriptions, and I had to go back and like look at some of the transcriptions to remember what I was doing. So other than my brain, I think atrophying a little bit, it's been pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know. You know, like there's a handful of songs on that record that we haven't played for a decade. A few of them because we don't like them, and that can be a little bit painful to play them. But there are a couple on there, like for instance, there's a song called Pine Point. It's the last song on the record. A song that we do love, and I really love it. And it's one that we just don't play live because it's a bummer. And it was really nice to have an excuse to be able to play that song live, and it was really nice to actually see crowds last night like really connect with it, even though it's not like a ripper of a song where people are jumping around and crowd surfing. It just felt like people were emotionally invested in that, and that was real special and nice for me. Half of those songs on that record are rippers that we like playing, and they make frequent appearances in our live show, so we'll keep going.
I think one thing that's cool, like about the Pine Point thing, the way we arranged it to play it now, I do think is almost more reflective of the band that we've become rather than the band we were at the time. And I just don't think, like, if we had been playing it our whole kind of lives from when we recorded it and released it to now, I'm not sure we would have landed on the same arrangement. And so that's kind of an interesting thing for me, where we are kind of viewing these songs through the lens of kind of where we are now, and we treat the songs a little bit differently. That's been a fun kind of development, I think, in going back and relearning some of them. I'll tell a story in terms of independent venues and independent events. In Toronto, where we're from, there's a very, very important venue to us and to, I think, a long list of bands, both from Canada and around the world. The venue's called Sneaky D's. Recently, Sneaky D's was subject to an attempt by a predatory developer, I would say, that lied about owning buildings and in an attempt to sort of increase land valuation and threaten to close the venue. And through sort of community action, a lot of information was uncovered to show that the developer was lying. And we were able to begin a path to save the venue. It's not fully done yet, but, I think at the end of the day, what that taught me, and I think what it reinforces, is that if you care about this stuff, you have to actively be doing something to make sure that these spaces and these events continue to thrive and function. And that means going there when your friends are playing, involving yourself in a political process that I think often feels too obtuse or strange to be able to affect any real change. But that at the end of the day, caring about independent music and independent venues means showing up for community and actually taking the steps to fight back when people try and use the political process to step all over that.